many of the countries were under military rules, autocratic rules, and that have we have come out of. But that was at a cost of expanding corruption and and also undermining the governance also. So that this kind of weakening of institutions has given the opportunity for foreign countries to interfere in our domestic affairs. We see those very frequently. So now we are in the middle of competitions also by the global players and the regional players. I give you an example that as developing countries, we need industrialization for our growth. As just I mentioned that for prosperity, we need consumption, we need production and everything. So in order to attain this industrialization goal, we need raw materials, we need investment in our industrialization, we need investment in technology. So we need a smooth supply of raw materials. Now the supplier group wants us to join them. Again, for keeping this rolling on, I mean, for keeping our factories operative, we need market access to the West. We need employment opportunities. We need educational facilities in the Western countries. So they have, that's the consumer group, they have also formed an alliance and they want us to join them. So we are in a very tricky situation, either to join the supplier or to join the consumers. So this kind of situation is very annoying for us because we are vulnerable to the supply chain shocks and also the demand curve also. So this is happening for our countries. So I think this is one very great concern for our countries, including Bangladesh and Nepal. The next is the global security threats. As you know that we are facing the adverse impacts of climate change. As the Honorable MP just mentioned, that sea level is rising in Bangladesh, so as the glacier is melting in Nepal. But it is equally worrying for us because the water that will melt will ultimately go to Bangladesh. So that will increase the sea level of Bangladesh. I mean, that's a problem for us. But for Maldives, if you consider for Maldives, it's a matter of existence. It is an existential threat for Maldives. And same is the case with the global financial architecture. As you know that because of the growing nationalism in the Western countries, our doors are being closed. We are seeing that they are becoming very insensitive to our needs, and we are not getting concessional loans as we used to receive earlier. We are not getting the technological support at affordable prices, and also the financial support for adaptation mitigation of our countries as they had promised earlier. So if this continues in the future, we will definitely, Bangladesh and Nepal both will face difficulties in our post-graduation stage. And lastly, I would like to mention that one of the greatest concerns of our times is the dilemma between realism and moral positions. Increasingly, you will see that the rule-based international order is crumbling. And as just the Honorable Speaker mentioned that in the recent wars around the world, we have seen many countries that have failed to take moral positions because of various economic reasons. And that actually is giving opportunities for authoritarian rules to expand in different countries. So lastly, I would just like to point out, and as Dr. Simkhara just initially mentioned, that the expansion of artificial intelligence is also a threat for us. You will see that our lives are being controlled by artificial intelligence, and we have to check it at some point of time. Otherwise, whether it is global warming or artificial intelligence that will come first, we don't know. And also, I would like to point out that there is a trend of disinformation campaign in our societies at the present time. We see that some systematic spreading of lies have weakened the institutions, weakened democracies in many countries. So these are the points that I dotted down as the security threats of our region, but these may be discouraging, but there are ways to come out of it. One of the means to come out of the insecurity of the region is that we have to strengthen the regional cooperation mechanism that we have in our countries. We have to strengthen those in order to exercise our strategic autonomies. We are at a very strategically important location, but we have to use it as a strength of our countries. And we have to rebuild or reconstruct the institutions that have weakened over the past years. And lastly, I would emphasize that we have to give opportunities to the civil societies to continue speaking and continue to build opinion and remove the fear of the unknown that we are seeing. So I would like to end here, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency. Hopefully, we all can collectively come up with the happiness index, and as Excellency mentioned, so as we can come up as a peaceful world and we all have a secure future. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to go on with the second session, as we were supposed to have a break now, but due to overlapping the time. Okay, as per the chairman suggested, we'd like to take a 10 minutes break, and I'd like to mention that our presenter from the Philippines are on the line and they have joined us through Zoom. We'd like to prepare virtual presentation now. So thank you, sir. 10 minutes break.